Welcome to another episode of the Rankum Podcast. Glad that you have joined us. I'm Garrett Seawright. You can find me on Twitter at Garrett Seawright. You can find a podcast at Rankum Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We are wherever it is you download your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app, wherever it is you listen to podcasts. We are there. If you could give us a like, subscribe, 5-star review, however you help us out. We certainly do appreciate it. It actually really does help. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Don Garwood.
Candy bars.
Dynamite drop in there from Don. And we got a
forecast.
We got a forecast going on in the Rankum Podcast Master Command today. Joining us from Mansfield.
Talking about the weather, boys.
is Reece. Reece Wolfer joins us.
Howdy.
And Keiquan is back after being out of commission for a couple of months there. He's got a foot that almost works again.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So glad to have Keiquan back. And today on the Rankum Podcast, we are going to rank our favorite candy bars, which is Don alluded to earlier. Candy bars.
Candy bars.
Don said I couldn't have Skittles number one.
These snozberries taste like snozberries, man. So the characteristics that define a candy bar is that it's not like Skittles or M&Ms or Starburst.
Yeah.
What if it's
Or M&Ms.
gummy bears that melt in your car and then you stick it in the fridge and then freeze into one big...
That's just a gummy bear.
That's a gummy log.
It's a gummy human centipede.
You could just get a big old gummy bear.
It doesn't sound bad. Like, I'm willing to try it, but it's not a candy bar.
I've been there before when I was camping. They melted and we had to try and freeze them in our cooler. It didn't work. We just ended up drinking liquid gummy.
Drinking liquid gummy.
We were like 8. It was tight.
It was fine. I love liquid
what could go wrong?
Haribo gummy bears.
Essentially, it was Jell-O before it had cooled.
Yeah. Never mind. You know what? Doesn't sound great. So we are going to go top 5, and then instead of honorable mentions this week, we're going to list a candy bar that we hate.
I can't wait for you guys to hit Zach up on Twitter with all of your hate texts
At Zach Seawright.
about my hate candy bar.
Just randomly tweet him about our stupid lists, please.
With your hate.
More specifically, my hate.
The stronger the hate, the better.
Right, that's what that H is for.
That's right. So and it's Zach with an H, not okay.
Don't send your hate to some other
to
Zach
with a K.
Some Zach with a K. See, right? The poor bastard. We're gonna let Keiquan go first this week. Keiquan, you're number 5.
All right. My number 5 is a Milky Way. For me, I feel like a Milky Way is like a combination of like 2 candy bars. You know, you get like the fluffiness of like a 3 Musketeers, right? But like it has some caramel in it, you know? So you get like, what's that? Carmelo? It's like
Carmangelo.
Carmangelo.
It's like the one candy bar that you've like tried before just for no reason. I'm pretty sure it's like Carmelo's, whatever.
Yeah, it's
Carmelo.
You got those
caramel.
in like when you sold candy bars to make money for like your baseball team. Like they had those in there.
The $1.
Yeah, it's like, but they weren't like a Hershey bar. It was like just milk chocolate bar.
Right.
And then the Carmelo.
But
Anthony.
that is mine.
Milky Way.
Milky Way. Keiquan's number 5. Reece, what about you?
I'm not a big fan of Milky Way.
See, I don't.
Either am I, but I didn't want.
I nothing it.
Like, do you?
Well,
I don't.
If I go trick or treating as an adult, I'm upset.
Like, I'm gonna eat it, but I'm not.
I'm not gonna be happy about it.
Right. I got you.
I don't like. I'm not a huge fan of caramel. I think that's my problem.
No, your problem is the fluffiness. That's what I don't like.
Well, I also,
and it is the.
So you don't
what's the airy,
you don't like the 3 Musketeers?
No. I don't. I nothing them. Like
they're not
a C tier, right? It's a C tier.
So
candy bar.
in the candy bars I hate, I have 2 listed, and one of them is 3 Musketeers because it's chocolate covered chocolate. It's chocolate covered chocolate.
It's the Lay's of candy bars. It's just all air.
It's just there, and I don't.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Fair,
but that you add caramel to it makes it
That's
acceptable.
I mean,
Milky Way definitely is better than Three Musketeer, but
Mhm.
I'm not a huge fan of caramel.
All right. So Reese, what's your number 5?
My number 5, and this is funny, I'm talking trash about caramel, is Twix, which has caramel in it. But it's better than Milky Way, so get the dirty look off your face, Keiquan, for the people watching on YouTube.
I enjoy some Twix, but like we're talking crap about caramel, and then then you're like,
And then you're like,
Okay,
Can we-
first of all,
I was just about to say, is it
caramel-
caramel or caramel? Because I say caramel.
I say caramel.
I say
caramel.
caramel,
Okay.
but I also say caramel. I think it.
You're more sophisticated.
Like I want it. Like I want a caramel apple, but
say
there's
syrup or
caramel
syrup?
in my Twix.
I would like the caramel syrup.
Do you say
but you don't have
syrup
to
or
do that.
syrup?
syrup.
See, I say syrup.
Syrup.
Okay.
I say both.
just-
Scenario or scenario?
Scenario.
Scenario.
Check out the scenario.
Crayons or crowns?
It's crayons. It's a crayon.
But what do you say?
I say crayons.
I say
It's
crayons.
like-
Because
Axe
I
or
didn't grow
axe?
up in a trailer.
Yeah.
Neither did I, but I say
Axe or
crayons.
axe?
You were in a trailer in high
You
school.
asked.
Don't
I
add me
didn't,
with that.
I didn't
them,
grow
you're
up in it.
Hitting them with a
I'm
freaking
sorry, my
maul.
parents got divorced.
Grew out in it.
All right, so my number 5 is Baby Ruth. I dig it. Like, I love caramel.
Man, so many so many fat jokes just came through because of Chunk from the Goonies.
I can handle them all. I love me a Baby Ruth with. It's like it's. I don't want to say the term orally pleasing, but it is orally pleasing.
I can't tell you the
See,
last time I had a baby Ruth.
There's only two things I
missing
think of when like Baby Ruth, and it's Goonies and then Caddyshack when they throw it in the pool. And then everyone's
I
like,
thought it
"Oh
was
my
poo."
god!"
It's got nuts in it.
No, doesn't Bill Murray take a bite out of it?
Yeah.
So I got Baby Ruth at number 5. Done.
Number 5, I have got the Toblerone.
Oh, we're talking about me being
how are things at the
sophisticated.
bank,
Yeah.
Don? Oh,
You get those at the country club
does your concierge bring you your Toblerone?
with
I don't
some
think
Perrier
I don't think I've ever purchased myself a Toblerone
Right,
in my
because
life.
like you don't get
because
that
it's
much back.
$97
Right, you don't
for
get
a
that much
footlong.
back on your taxes.
Obviously, as the elitist that I am, I have a higher palate than you peasants. No, Toblerones are
I've
they're
never had one.
so it's for the most part just super thick milk chocolate. So it's like a super.
It's got stuff in it though, doesn't it? In the humps, doesn't it have?
I think it depends on which one you get.
I thought it had like
It might have-
marshmallow type stuff in it.
No, not the ones I've had at least.
Maybe.
But
I
so it's
don't
got
know.
the humps and it looks like mountains,
Mhm.
and then you break it off, and
It's like a Wonka bar, like in the
Yeah.
in the movie, the original
And-
one, not the weird Johnny Depp one.
Like I don't get them very often, but I have had them and they're solid. And I want to get the
Solid
you
enough
can
to
you
be
can get the
right-
big ones and it's Toblerone
Like the
and on and
foot-long,
on and on and on.
foot-long Toblerone.
Well, they're
Toblerone and
big
on and
too.
on.
They're like the size of
Right.
like a 1 pound Hershey Kiss.
And you can't
Oh, gosh.
bite them off. You gotta like
Like-
saw through them.
You need a special
Got a
like.
cheese grater.
You need like the Swiss version of like a milk chocolate. Like, and some people have like cheese knives. You need the chocolate knife for that.
Everything he's saying about this doesn't make me think it's worth being number 5 at all. Turns me off more and more.
Like you said, the elitist that I am.
Right. It's
Put his
a
hands
milk
together
chocolate
while I
bar,
said that.
and it's a better version of a Hershey's bar.
Can you get a Toblerone at like a gas station?
You can get them at Walmart.
Probably
not
not.
what I asked
Probably
you.
not a gas
Probably
station.
not a.
Because when I think candy bar, I'm like, I'm road tripping and I need a candy bar.
Probably
Can I
not
get it?
the gas station.
Well, no. If you're road
Like
tripping,
around
you're not
here,
buying a
but like
candy
a-
bar though. You're buying like one of
Depends.
the bags of like.
like a nicer
Skips.
establishment, like a Sheets
Gotcha.
or like a Buc-ee's if you're in Texas.
Did you just say
One of those-
Sheets is a nicer establishment?
They're a more advanced
they have food.
gas
like a
station.
truck stop gas
Yes,
station.
not
Yeah,
just-
the ones that have showers and stuff.
Not just the
The
marathon,
ones where I
the
can
marathon
buy-
down and around the corner.
They
The
have
one
Taco
where I can
Bell
buy
and
a
Popeyes.
CB radio and like a walking
Gotcha.
stick with a skull on
with
top
a
of
skull, sunglasses that have dragons carved into them.
it. Right.
Gotcha.
The
I think that's where you're getting your Toblerone.
Toblerones on payday. Reese, what is your number 4?
So number 4, I actually forgot mine. Oh, there it is. Kit Kat. It's just a solid, like plain Jane candy bar, but it's
Right, just like your
delicious.
Twix.
Yeah.
Like you're coming out with 2 wafers in a row.
I'm not a. Garrett's gonna give me hate for my next one too because I know he hates them because we've talked about it before.
I do.
But we were actually talking about this earlier. I eat Kit Kats like a serial killer. I don't break them apart and eat them one at a time. I just bite into them. Like you pull it off, and there's 4 connected, and I just bite 3 of them.
Right. You want to watch the world burn.
Yeah,
He really does, though.
Have you talked to anybody about that, or like?
my wife is like disgusted by it when I do.
But
She gets
like,
mad at me.
any like
about
mental
it.
health professionals? Like, have you had
Like
a
if I'm
conversation?
driving, I will eat it like that. But if I'm enjoying a Kit Kat, which
I'm
doesn't
not
happen
sure
that
there's
often,
a scenario that it's okay to just the
they
Kit Kat.
I
clearly
don't eat
support
it
anarchy.
from the corner.
No, my wife.
no.
My wife eats them like someone would, like almost like she like
string cheese.
She bites the tip of it, and then turns it sideways, eats the side of it, then flips it the other way, eats the other side. Like eats all the chocolate off at first, and then eats the
Producer
wafer.
Ashley's like, well, it's because your wife is a smart lady.
Yeah,
That just seems like a lot of work.
Sometimes if I break them apart, I'll eat the top off of them first, and then you eat the bottom part, which is just the wafer at that point.
Or you could just bite it and eat it like a human.
The only time I've ever had to do that is if it's like melted, and you're just like
break
Well,
it.
trying
no.
to salvage
Here's,
it.
here's the other
yeah.
thing. Any candy bar that doesn't have caramel in it, you put it in the fridge or the freezer before you eat it because it makes it better.
What if you're not by a fridge or a freezer and you want it?
Then you
right
don't
then,
eat
right
candy. You're an adult. You wait until it's good.
No,
there? Or I could have it right then, right there.
do I look like I've got a lot of self-control here? No. When I get my hands on it, it's going in my gullet.
Oh, I'll wait 5 minutes for this. No, I bought it to eat it now.
Right. I didn't buy it to eat it at the next stop
Like you
sign.
said, we're on a road trip. I need to have this thing gone so I can throw the trash, and the trash came by the gas pump
Well, that's
before I even leave.
That's like the best thing about paying $4 for a candy bar when you're waiting in line at like Cedar Point is it's cold, so they don't melt in there. So then you get it, and it's like, oh, these Reese cups are like kind of half frozen.
Look at me. Keiquan, what is your number 4 candy bar?
My number 4 is actually a Twix. Twix are delicious, and they're real simple. I like to think I'm a right Twix
I would
guy.
say, are you right
That's
or
what
left?
I was expecting that when I
a
said
right
it.
Twix guy. My twin brother would be a left Twix guy.
Yeah,
That's
he's
just a
definitely
guess.
he's definitely a left.
I'm going left. Get out of here with that right Twix. I wish I could remember the commercials. So
One
I could say one
Cascades.
Cascades and one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the same thing.
Well, duh.
Are they though? Have you been to their factories?
But the most important thing here is you guys have Twix rated way too high on your list.
Wow.
Oof, you're just gonna be disappointed with my list, then, bud.
You
So,
have
Don, what
Toblerone
what
on
is-
your list at number
Because
5.
it's delicious. It's an elitist snack.
But
What's your
it's-
favorite
it's-
water, Perrier?
Dasani.
What's the
La Croix.
no,
He likes
what's
La Croix.
LaCroix?
the
La Croix.
water gosh dang it. LeBron's always talking about it. It's the
Sprite.
no, it's like the natural spring water. It comes in a square bottle.
Oh, Fiji. I love Fiji.
water. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I love
is that your
Fiji.
favorite. Yeah.
It is
Oh,
great.
wait.
That is the
H2O?
best water.
You can tell I drink a lot of water.
H2O. Don, since you're crapping on everybody's list, what's your number 4?
Butterfinger.
What?
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
I also have Butterfinger at number 4.
Yeah. I mean,
It's filled with asbestos, and I don't care. It tastes phenomenal.
it's very messy to
I
eat
hate the
because
crumble
it
everywhere.
That's why it's number 4. It's still a really good bar. I enjoy the flavor, the taste, I
Texture,
enjoy the
the-
crumble until it's all over my shirt.
Be honest, you just rated it that high because Bart Simpson had the best commercial for any candy bar
See,
ever.
Yeah.
I thought about that.
Actually,
He didn't.
But the candy bar is good. Like I guess I don't know that I've ever had a like king size Butterfinger. Like you just get the
So
Halloween packs where they're an inch by an
So
inch,
they
and you
used to have real king size Butterfingers, but now, and I think it's because of the integrity problem,
they broke into
it's
2.
it's into 2 now.
Yeah, like they bust in.
But you also, because of
easy.
that,
You
you
had to-
lose mass because now it's tapered in the middle,
Right.
And there's that.
So before-
there's a bunch of
Before
air.
you had one 10-inch
One long
Butterfinger,
one that
now you have 2 4-inch Butterfingers.
Right.
You had a long one that you had to eat what was left and then like drink the contents of
Yeah.
the package because it had busted to hell.
And drink the weird like
the
like
orange.
Yeah, that
crummies.
orange asbestos that they were
Right.
filled with.
Is it Butterfinger crumbs or is it Cheez-It crumbs? Who knows?
Yeah, I have no idea at this point, but it's inside chocolate and it's delicious. So I also have Butterfinger at number 4.
the correct position for it.
I think that is a fair assessment. Like, is it better than any of
Twix, yes. Kit Kat, yes.
negative.
Okay. Reese, your number 3.
I'm being
I
harder
keep
on
putting you on
Twix
the
than I
spot.
want to be.
Be harder on it. I'm not.
No, I'm being harder. I like Twix,
Oh.
but I don't. It's not a top 5.
All right, so
Toblerone is.
Yes.
for
Go have a Toblerone,
Keiquan's
and then you
over
can
there.
talk shit, Keiquan.
can you buy a Toblerone in Wilshire,
Walmart.
Ohio?
No.
Yeah,
He's
that's
like,
how you know
he's
it's
like, oh.
elitist.
He's like, of course you can't.
You can't get fucking Whataburger there either, but I brought that up. In-N-Out, same thing.
No, In-N-Out's better than Whataburger.
It is.
Yeah.
But you can't get either of them in Wilshire.
No.
You can't get anything in
can't
Wilshire
get-
unless you want.
Unless you want TJ's
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah, gas and just okay pizza.
yeah, that's all right.
Go on the chat. Get a
$8
deep-fried
mozzarella sticks.
Deep fried.
Deep fried.
So number 3, those of you tuning in on YouTube, pay attention to Garrett's face. Crunch Bar is my number 3.
Crunch bars are good. They're underrated, but still not top 5.
Crunch Bars are so good because of the puffed rice cereal in them,
Agreed.
Garrett.
Crisped rice.
Crunch bar just flies past Hershey's bar because of the puffed rice.
Like I think they're wildly underrated.
It's the crunch.
They're delicious.
You know,
they're so like they're
very
plain
mid-tier for me, and
They
they're not
are
bad.
they are plain as bleep. You're welcome.
Right.
Just
And that's why it's not any good.
no, but they're deliciously plain.
See, what happens is like
they're
you
like a
eat one of
nice
them
they're like
every
a
now and
nice
then, you're like,
wholesome. They're like Taylor Swift before she got big. You're just like, yeah, she's kind of plain, but I like it.
It's like there's like the candy jar at work, and they
You're
change
mad
it up all
you
the
love
time.
Taylor
I love
Swift.
Stop interrupting Keiquan. I know that he's in our corner eye line and we can't see him at all because he's back there crippled, but we can't keep interrupting him.
I was just gonna say, you know, it's like very mid tier. Like it's not terrible, but it's not the best.
I disagree with his opinion. That's why I kept interrupting him so it wouldn't get on the podcast.
Yeah, he hasn't had a good one yet.
Toblerone guy.
He was just gonna keep.
I mean,
with
if we
Toblerone.
literally did a poll, I bet
Of
most
like-
of our viewers have
Only vote on this poll if you've had a
No,
Toblerone.
you would have to, like,
Toblerone
you would-
or Kit Kat.
Original poll. Have you,
You a
ever
Kit Kat
had
or Dick?
Toblerone.
Because
What would you rather have?
a Kit Kat doesn't melt in your mouth.
Kit Kat or a Toblerone? Which would you rather have?
Have you like? I think the first question is like, have you ever had a Toblerone? And I feel like that number is pretty low.
I feel like the second question should be,
I
did you
think-
buy the Toblerone?
Right, nobody
Because
buys a
I've
Toblerone.
never-
Did somebody give you it for Christmas? Or
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the
the
only
first
time I've ever
Toblerone
gotten
I
it.
had, it was given to me. I was like, I enjoy a Toblerone.
Which-
I would like to go buy another Toblerone.
Which that shows
and I was
that
I was
it's probably
feeling
pretty
rich. I had
good.
$5. I could pay for an ounce and a quarter of chocolate.
Well, like if somebody's like, this is a gift, like that's probably a pretty good chocolate. Like I understand the
No, all
logic, and maybe if I had one, I would have it a top 5.
I'd be a little
but,
disappointed. Like you're not gonna get me like some Garrett Deli.
like,
No, Keiquan, you're going to take the
Dove.
Toblerone and you're going to be happy.
I can't get a $5 Subway gift card. Or,
Thanks.
And then you're going to try it and you're going to be like, damn,
Yeah, I'd rather have
Don
a
was right this whole time.
6-inch meatball marinara, like he said.
Keiquan, I don't. Have you done your number 3?
I have
I
not.
lost track there of Don's diatribe.
My number 3 is Snickers. You know, like
Yeah, we all know what a Snickers is.
it's not much to it. Snickers.
See, my problem is I don't know what nougat is.
It's
Like,
delicious.
It is
Right,
delicious.
I enjoy it, but what in the world? Like what?
don't
What
know.
is that?
He sang Cat Scratch Fever.
That's Ted Nugent.
Oh, he kicked footballs in the NFL and had
That's
Ohio
Mike
State.
Nugent.
Oh.
Any other Nugents out there?
It's like a little chunk of gold.
That's a nugget.
That's a
Oh.
nougat.
It's a bridge in Pokemon. Also a nugget.
I don't know what nougat is.
I don't know
but
what nougat is, but I don't know what a lot of things are. That doesn't mean I don't like them.
I was waiting. I don't know what. I
don't
don't
know
know
what
what
red
spaghetti
number
is.
5
Spaghetti
is.
I don't know what red 40 is, but I love it.
I love Code Red.
I don't know. Anarchy. I
Keiquan's
don't know
got
what it is, but I
Snickers.
love it.
I don't know what this.
I've got
one
nothing to
means.
say about that other than I think you'll find out.
I think Snickers are overrated. That's my opinion on them.
They're very in the middle.
I would say that they are overrated as well.
They're not the worst, but they're not the best.
Like I think they've got like the market cornered on like, oh, Snickers is the best. Like
I think
Hungry
It's
have
the most
Snickers.
sold.
that's
Right.
why they get all the like love that they do, and I just don't. I think it's because they have really good commercials. Like
The
when
hat-
Roseanne got tackled in the freaking commercial, man, have a
Really great.
Snickers. But they're just.
We'll talk about Snickers some more later.
I heard that.
Don, your number 3.
My number 3 is, now I'm going to whip out my plain candy bar. It's a Payday.
Trash. I'm just kidding.
Caramel, peanuts. You can't really go wrong when you're keeping it simple. Everything's stuck together. Both things are delicious. So,
Right.
So
you can't go wrong when you throw caramel and peanuts into a bar and then say, we're going to stop at perfection. Like, if they add anything to that bar, it's not going to make it better.
If they did a chocolate-covered Payday, you're like, no, thank you.
Yeah, if I want a chocolate-covered Payday, maybe I'd eat a Baby Ruth.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. What's the difference between a Baby Ruth and a Payday?
No,
is it the caramel?
Well, I think there's the caramel in a Baby Ruth is like a caramel sauce, and a Payday is like a caramel nougat.
Wait, so a Payday doesn't have chocolate around the outside of it?
No.
Payday
is
it's
a hunk of caramel with covered in peanuts.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I don't think I've ever eaten a Payday.
They're so good.
It's
honestly, when I go up and I decide I'm going to have a candy bar tonight, I 9 times out of 10 grab a Payday.
See, a Payday feels like hefty AF when you pick that puppy out of that cardboard box on the shelf. Like,
there's not a lot of air in that bag either.
Yeah, that is
you're not really getting false advertised.
So is it like hard? Is it like almost like a brittle? Like is it like crunchy or is it soft?
It's chewy. So it's
which I know doesn't seem like that would be the answer. But
we'll get you a Payday.
I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, probably not, but okay.
You're not missing out on anything, Reese.
Like, it's not like
don't listen to this guy.
You're not going to have an orgasm when you eat a Payday.
No, but you're going to get this.
But it's solid.
Yeah. You're going to be very disappointed.
We just tempered your expectations. No, you're not.
I guess.
So at number 3, I got Snickers. like it's solid. It's go-to. You can get one everywhere. But the 2 I have above it, I like.
Yeah, same here.
I like better. If
it's very mid-tier.
Yeah, I mean it's good.
It's not mid-tier if it's your number 3 favorite candy bar, Keiquan.
See, but there's not that many candy bars that I would I even considered.
Yeah, but see, if you're
top
ranking
5, I think I had 6 or 7 candy bars.
If you're picking your top 5, that means you have like those are 5. Those are studs. You're like those are stud candy bars. It's not mid-tier. Mid-tier is like this candy bar is 12.
See, no, but you're also assuming that like I love candy bars. I don't. If I'm given a choice over a bag of Skittles or Starburst over any candy bar ever, I'm taking a bag of Skittles.
That's because you can eat it over 3 days. Because
we're not talking about this right now, but Starbursts are overrated as fuck.
Starbursts aren't good. Starbursts only deserve to be around to get poured into my bottle of vodka.
I've literally bought like
the gigantic bag
and ate it over the course of a week.
I'm talking a box of like all pink Starburst on Amazon.
So I got Snickers at number 3. I just like my 2-in-1. I like my 2-in-1 better.
Okay. I'll wait to hear for your 2-in-1. So I'll wait to pass judgment. It's on your list. That's good enough for me.
Well, and to go on Keiquan's, like I guess it's not my top 5. Like I had 7 candy bars that I would like consider eating. So if it's my number 3, it's pretty mid-tier. Like it's.
I have candy bars that I would eat that aren't anywhere near.
Now, like my 1 through 3 are much higher.
I guess if you think of it that way, but like I mean, I'm talking trash right now, but I had to I had to look online to get my number 4 and 5 because I forgot about them.
I'm going to assume that you don't have, because you don't like puffed rice, you don't have $100,000 on here.
I do not.
$100,000s are really good, and I really like them. They're
not
top
really
5.
Good.
It's not that I don't like crisped rice. It's just that like. There's better options. Like I don't like.
I think when they're
watch what you say. I'm close. I'm in striking distance now. We're not talking over Discord.
It's just okay. Like if the option is a Crunch Bar or not eat a candy bar, well, then I'm going to eat a Crunch Bar.
I'll snap, crackle, pop you right in the face.
But I'm not going to be thrilled. I'm not going to be like, you know what? Today is better because I've had a Crunch Bar. I'm not gonna think that way.
So who all's done their number?
I think we have all done our
number 3.
Well, since we've all done our number 3s and Don just talked trash, I'll give you my number 2, which is $100,000.
Yeah, it's really good. I didn't talk any trash. I like $100,000.
You just said it's not top 5.
Oh, it's not top 5, but I still like it.
But I was also talking trash about caramel, and $100,000 have caramel in them. But it's
So
not
does
the
your Twix.
caramel. It's not the caramel that makes it good. It's the puffed rice. But 100 grams are also.
It's a crunch bar with caramel in it.
But it's like it's way more
yeah.
puffed rice than you get in like a crunch bar. But it's also the only time I feel like I ever get them is around Halloween when we have leftover candy that I hoard because I'm like, well, I'm not giving all these little trick or treaters my 100 grands. But I don't think I don't know the last time I saw full size 100 grand in like a candy aisle.
It's 100 grand. 100 grand is more like it's chocolate puff, crisp rice and caramel mixed together.
It's like
right?
it's like caramel. It's like caramel covered in puffed rice, then chocolate over the top.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if I thought it was all like kind of mixed together and just came out like
It's
turd.
delicious.
You're not just like grabbing into a bag.
It looks
Right.
more aesthetically pleasing than a Payday. Payday has
Payday's kind of
than a
all
Baby
over.
Ruth. A Baby Ruth
right.
has the chocolate, yeah.
Right,
Because like that just has like weird little.
It's very
humps in
smooth,
it.
and it's almost like it's almost shaped like a cookie or a no-bake cookies.
Yeah, like a
that's
Star
smooth.
Crunch.
That's what I was
a,
thinking.
A Star
Smooth
Crunch is what it looks
okay,
like.
that's what I
there you go.
thought.
A Star Crunch log.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's Reese's number 2. Don?
Happy peanuts soar over chocolate-covered mountaintops and waterfalls of caramel. Prancing Nugget in the meadow sings a song of satisfaction to the world.
I forgot that existed.
I did too.
When you guys started talking about commercials for Snickers, I'm like, you better not bring up this before I get a chance to do it. So I've got Snickers at number 2. The only problem I had with Keiquan's and yours was that you had it too low. Now, I still called it overrated. That's why it's number 2. Everybody thinks it's the best. It's not. It's overrated by just a smidge.
Or a lot.
Nougat, milk chocolate, other stuff, caramel.
Other stuff.
It all
Delicious.
works. It works.
It-
It works.
There's a reason that it is the world's best-selling candy bar.
You have thoughts on the peanut butter Snickers? Because I don't think they're
I don't think I've had one. Oh, yes, I
I don't
have.
think they're that
Not
good.
great.
No, see, I think the best Snickers they've ever had, they like discontinued, but that was the Crunchers. Again, it's because those had peanut butter and puffed rice cereal in them. They were so good. Though.
But like the little mini Snickers they make all the different, like the dark chocolate. I don't like dark chocolate, so I don't eat that one. But they make
They're delicious.
all the different types of mini Snickers, like with the
like the
different wrappings on
super
them.
small fun size.
Yeah.
They're like, they're
Halloween,
literally 1 inch by
the-
1 inch.
Right, you're like
You're mad that you get those and not the fun size that are
Right,
3 inches long.
Right, you get the it's 500 pieces for $8 for Halloween, and you're like, well,
Now I have to give
now I
each
know how
kid
fat
14
I
of
am
'em.
because I'm gonna eat that 500 piece bag. By the time trick or treat comes around, I'm gonna have to go get more.
Right. You got to buy the good candy for you, and then like the crappy like Crackle and discount brand for the kids.
Right.
Yeah, but the Crackle mix is expensive because that's what they put in like that's what
I don't
fancy
buy-
people put in their bowls on their desk
Right,
in their
right,
like
yeah.
office. Yeah.
I don't buy candy for trick or treaters. Trick or treaters don't come to my house. They're not
And if
welcome.
they-
I mean, they're welcome. I'm just never home.
If they do, they're getting
I'm not getting drunk
banana
on
Laffy
Halloween.
Taffies and hot dogs.
I've got better shit to do
We're getting-
than wait at my
Little
front door
Smokies.
at Tuesday at 6 p.m. for kids to come and see me. So I don't buy.
You're such a Scrooge. I'm not out here to make
He
kids'
gives out
lives
Taco
fun.
Bell, Taco Bell mints for Halloween. He just goes to Taco Bell. and
Taco
gets a
Bell
big-
sauce packets.
You get a mile.
Yeah, you get a mild and it's got a message on there for you.
See, I
Congrats.
think maybe I'll do Halloween this year if I'm home, but judge the kids' outfits when they come up to the door.
To their faces.
Here's your mini.
4.2 out of 10. Enjoy your runts.
Right.
Oh, another Fortnite player? Okay.
You get Smarties.
I guess you can get out of here. Fresh out of candy.
But I see that bull. Nope, not for you.
Hey, have you seen my dog?
candy.
And then have the king size candy bars
For the good
right.
goods. I dig what you're laying down there, Don. So that's Don's number 2. Keiquan, what about you?
My number 2 is Give Me a Break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Okay,
You have that way too high.
No, I do.
I mean, I had it first, but
I do so
It's
love
tight.
me a Kit Kat. That's
Like, I get that yours is coming up because you were appalled when I said that Kit Kat and Twix were way too high.
No, I don't have Kit Kat. I don't like Kit Kat.
oh wow.
I'd be surprised if 3 out of the 4 of us don't have the same number 1.
I think the 3, if you have the same number 1 that I don't have, because I have Reese's
Probably.
Peanut Butter Cups at number 2.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Yeah.
I said 3 out of 4.
No, I love Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. They're phenomenal.
Well, they're my cups.
No, it's a S, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a Reese's
It is
with a S.
It is Reese's with an S.
Yeah,
And an
I've been
apostrophe.
fighting it for years.
It's
but
Reese's, not
Reese.
Reese's.
yeah.
We had this argument.
Well, I know. I'm just clearing it up
momentarily that
for.
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, I say Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, so do I. Even though they're Reese's Pieces.
Like, I get it.
So I got Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
It's like a tongue twister.
Number 2. They're phenomenal. It's the one candy bar that I was like, man, I wish I could get more for my money here.
Yeah.
They feel kind of
You
wimpy
pay
compared
64 cents a cup.
right.
So that
I need bigger cups, man.
Well, have you had like
They have
the
bigger
like
cups.
the
Well,
half-pound ones?
No, like
Well, they're like $6 a piece.
Can
but
I get I need like a double D cup Reese's peanut butter.
You need
cup
a double
like
stuffed
gas
Oreo
Pretty sure they have, like,
of
big cup
Reese
ones.
cup.
But there's got to be like some medium ground between like people judging you when you walk into that gas station. Like, holy cow!
They sell ones that are just.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just
they're a
one
little bit
cup,
bigger.
but
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, 2 inches in diameter, and it's like an inch thick versus
Gotcha.
a
so
quarter
it's
of
just
inch
an
thick.
extra large Reese's cup, but
It's a
not
double stuffed
6
Oreo
pounds.
cup.
Gotcha. Like it's not the like, oh my, like I bet that guy's t-shirt size is, oh my god, it's
So
coming
it's like-
this way.
Yeah.
It's like the difference. It's like the difference between like the mini oatmeal cream pies and then the big oatmeal cream pies.
Gotcha.
But for Reese's,
Gotcha.
it's not the size
Right.
of your
It's
head.
not the I'm gonna give this as a gag gift for Christmas size.
Right.
White elephant
Okay.
incoming.
Right,
Like-
exactly. Like I spent we were supposed to spend 25. I spent 20. Somebody's getting a big ass Reese's. Like,
Right.
okay, gotcha.
Here's this jar of pickles and this Reese's.
So I love Reese's, but it's just my number 2. I feel like okay.
I mean, I feel like I know what your number 1 is, and I feel like I know what your most hated is.
So
Keiquan,
I'll just,
what's your number 2?
It was Kit Kat.
Did we do everybody's 2?
Yes.
Okay. What do you hate?
I hate Crunch bars, and I hate
knew it.
I
We
hate
knew
Crunch
that.
bar. I hate
We
Crunch
knew that.
bars, and I
knew
hate
it.
Three Musketeer.
I already knew it. We've talked about it.
Like so, Don said with Payday, it's simple. You have peanuts that are good. You have caramel. It's good. It's simple. It's good. Like Crunch bars are simple. It's chocolate and crisp rice.
And it's
One of
good.
those things aren't good. Like it's like, oh, I got anchovies covered in smoked cheddar cheese. Like, well, okay, one of those things is good. That doesn't make the whole good.
I would eat that though. That sounds.
That does not. sound-
Anchovies get hated on. They're not that bad.
I've never had an anchovy.
I've never had.
I would
one
try
either,
one.
but it is.
You don't want to eat them plain. They're
But
they're-
covered in smoked cheddar cheese, you're like, oh, it's got smoked cheddar cheese on it. How bad could it be? Oh God, not very good at all.
anchovies and some baked brie.
I think Nestle's chocolate is kind of trash, honestly. I think they're a Nestle Crunch. Like Nestle's is like Hershey chocolate is not great chocolate, and Nestle's is like Aldi brand compared.
Now,
to
So what
Hershey.
kind
now
of-
Nestle
what-
powdered
I
chocolate
was
for
just
my
about
milk.
to say, what kind of chocolate
is
milk did you
not-
drink when you were
Nestle powdered
None.
the powder for Nestle chocolate milk.
Nesquik is
Nesquik.
Okay, Nesquik.
100% better than chocolate. The Hershey
Syrup.
syrup.
Oh yeah, I never really did chocolate milk.
Yeah,
I mean, we just bought pre-made chocolate milk.
We only got it like at school.
Mom would buy the thing so that we could make our own. So
Nice.
So
we didn't get the pre-made chocolate milk unless we were at school.
those are the 2 that I hate. Reese, you got 2 or a candy bar that you
I have
just,
2 that I hate, but one of them is more so like one I actually hate. The other one I just don't like because it is so hard to eat. So like Heath bars are difficult to eat, so I don't like them. They don't taste bad.
they're delicious though.
they're
Right.
just
They're phenomenal in like blizzards
or like
other-
on
the
yeah,
Heath
like if
Blizzard
you get
is
like a Heath
great.
sundae with like just if it's
but
chopped
just
up
to
already.
eat a Heath bar,
Yeah,
no.
they're difficult to eat. Don't enjoy it.
Mix it with coffee ice cream. Oh, so
But I despise Butterfingers.
because they're all crispy and
No,
disgusting.
I don't know. like when I like multiple times I'm like I gotta get over this. Like, why do you hate Butterfingers? What's wrong with them? And I'll take a bite out of it, and it's like that's what you don't like about them.
I think that
Like-
there's a little bit of like
Splinters.
chalkiness.
I don't. Yeah, no. When I bite it, I feel like it compresses down, and then it stays compressed down and sticks to my teeth. It's weird. I don't know. I don't like it. I
understand that.
I can't explain it. They're
I can
dumb. I hate them.
I can understand the inconvenience of having Butterfinger in your mouth long after you've finished eating Butterfinger.
You're just like in your molars going.
Yeah, like it's like,
I ate that an hour ago.
This has really lost the flavor, but it's still
Right, I was gonna
still
say, like,
hanging
to
around.
you, it's an inconvenience. To me,
It's
it's,
like
a
that
nice
friend
little
that-
extra gift. Like, oh, there's still some candy bar in there. Would you look at that?
I was not expecting that.
yeah. I don't know what it. It's the filling is what I don't like, and I can't explain why. It's just It's dumb.
I get it. I get it. Keiquan, you got a candy bar. You just that ain't for you.
I've got two. One is I just genuinely don't like them, and then one is just extremely disappointing. Really disappointing is just a regular Hershey's milk chocolate bar. Like those are just
Like they're made for s'mores, and that's it.
yeah.
that's,
Like it's
that's it.
If you're eating for any other reason,
literally,
Just-
it is what it is.
Right.
Like you just.
It is
And
what
then
it is.
my least favorite one is probably gonna get me yelled at. Don't like Reese's.
Oh, you
You're
sick son
stupid.
of a bitch!
Your list has been trash this entire time,
Oh my god.
and now you've solidified it. Honestly, this is the worst list we've had on this podcast.
You know what?
This is worse than anything Zach has ever done.
I don't like peanut butter. I will eat some things, little bits of peanut butter. Like, don't get me wrong, I like peanut butter, but I don't like where it's just a mound of peanut butter. Like, here's a.
It's not a
fucking-
mound. It's like a
It's a
quarter
cup.
inch.
I would call it a cup.
Yeah. Like a,
But
Like a
that's it.
center
Don's like,
filled
it says right there on the package.
you know what? Dio's disappointed in
Reese's peanut
for
butter
that.
cup.
You know, like everybody's like, "Do you give your dog peanut butter?" And I was like, "Damn, I don't give my dog peanut butter because I don't like fucking peanut butter like that."
Man, the truth shall set you free. Man, I'll tell you what. You think you know, guy? Man.
But it's gonna make me a hypocrite when you hear my number one.
I swear to God, if there's
it has
peanut butter.
peanut butter in it, I will flip this desk through the wall. It's not even my house.
I really just don't like this because it has peanut butter in it. So number one, peanut butter.
What are the peanut butter?
Peanut,
What were the
frozen
what were the,
peanut butter stick. And I swear to God, if you say like Reese's peanut butter cup egg or Christmas tree, we're having words.
See, I think the egg and Christmas tree and the pumpkins are better than the cup.
Yeah, they are.
Well, they have less chocolate in them. That's what makes them better.
Right, it's,
yeah.
it's good. They're better. They're better that way.
Rest assured, it's none of those.
All right, so my
Don's up now.
now that we're done with this travesty of the list,
Oh, we're not
behind-
done. We're not done with this.
with his choice of
Yeah, turn him off.
stupidity.
He's got,
Cut his mic. We don't even need his
he's got
number
number
one.
one coming up.
I knew it was gonna piss some people off.
I'll go ahead and include two on here. They're the same thing. Almond Joy and Mounds.
See,
Yeah.
They're so terrible.
well, here's the thing. I, feel
I don't
like
like coconut.
coconut.
Almonds, if they're not like cooked or deep fried or whatever the hell they do with
Honey roasted almonds.
right, they're fine there. But I don't want a raw almond and coconut. I'm not trying to survive on a desert island. Like I have choices. I can make a decision between. I don't have to choose if I want to starve to death or eat coconut or a raw almond.
I'm not Tom Hanks talking to effing
For
volleyballs.
Wilson.
Right,
That's
like-
phenomenal. That's a great point.
So I thought about putting those on there, but like, here's the thing: I don't hate them. I just like
The
I don't
consistency,
eat 'em
the
'cause they're dumb.
taste,
Yeah. They're dumb.
everything.
The
I actually
consistency
like
of-
that they're literally on my honorable mentions. and
Thank
they've done
you
it.
for proving my point
further just-
again.
God, put it on. This needs a poll. This needs a poll. Whose list was the worst? Like that's
Oh
the,
my god! Like this,
you're gonna run away with it, dog.
you've solidified. I can't wait for the stupidity. What's your number one?
Did he do his?
Yeah, I did my crunchy.
He's like, I don't want to
Crunchy
talk
Three
about
Mus-
it.
Three Musketeers just.
I
it's
don't.
just there.
As it turns out, I don't have a number
Actually,
one.
I do
Weird.
have a number one. My number one are Take Fives. I love Take Fives. That is the
Is that the one with the
candy.
pretzel in
It's
it?
got a
Pretzel.
pretzel, right?
That is the one that, like, I don't know. At work, I randomly was like, I would like one day, and it became like a daily thing where, like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna get a Take Five
every
hell yeah.
day.
Love me a Take 5. So good. It does have peanut butter in it as well, but it mostly has that pretzel.
I think a Take 5. It has
No.
the 5 is it's chocolate, pretzel,
Peanut butter.
caramel, and does it have nougat in it
Something else.
or wafer or something?
You
I
know,
don't
the interesting thing about it is that, like, it's a Reese's product.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Reese's Take 5.
Oh,
is
it's
what
literally
called,
a
isn't
Reese's
it?
Take
Yeah.
5.
Chocolate,
what?
peanuts, caramel, peanut butter, pretzel.
So good.
So it's got peanuts.
Oh, it has peanuts, not nougat. Okay.
It's got peanuts and peanut butter, chocolate and caramel,
and then
pretzels. Like they're not bad, but
The pretzel,
I don't.
so good.
I don't want to eat a dry candy bar.
You have to go out of your way to get that though, because like I don't think they make those for like Halloween. Like you don't get like Take 5. Like,
right, you don't
fun
get
size.
small.
right.
Take
Yeah,
fives.
like you have to get that out of like a vending machine or
They
like
have
in
them
the
at work.
line when you're
And
like
just
a vending
markets.
machine. Yeah.
We don't have
You just end up dehydrating yourself when you eat one.
so good.
I don't know. I'm not a huge
Everything in that just
pretzel
sucks the
guy.
moisture out of your body. Go ahead with your number one.
I got Twix at number 1. I love Twix.
Hey,
you know
chocolate. Chocolate.
I am
cookie.
so much more fine with that now than I would have been 30 minutes ago.
If he had Reese's at number 1, I'm pointing at Keiquan. If he had Reese's at
He
number 1,
could have saved his list.
Don would be grilling you
absolutely.
right now about
100%.
having Twix number 1. Grilling you.
Honestly, I thought you were going to have Kit Kat at 1, and I was going to be
I
much more upset.
No, I don't.
I enjoy, even though I talk shit about it, I enjoy Twix. It's not better than any of the other candy bars on my list.
Including Toblerone.
Including a Toblerone, Keiquan. Get out of here with your Take 5 Reese's I hate peanut butter number 1 list. You're a hypocrite, and Reese hates those.
Honorably mentioned, I hate them.
So the greatness of Twix is that you get 4 of them in a normal size. Like so, we get some long ass Twix.
Are you saying king size is normal size? Because it's
You
called
only
king
get
size
you only
for a
get
reason.
2 in a normal Twix.
No.
It's called king size for a reason, mate.
I don't live in fairyland. All right, I live in the real world.
So you're like
where you
me.
get 4.
You're
This
like
is
me,
America.
where if I go
We buy
somewhere,
king size.
I got the American size Twix.
so you're like me, where if I go somewhere, it's like, well, what size of beer would you like? Well, they only come in one size. What's the biggest you have?
big.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But the best part is when you get you can bite into it and you get just to the cookie and you get the caramel and the chocolate. Like Reese is over here, like I don't like caramel. I love caramel. Yeah, give it.
No, and I'll do that too. I will.
Phenomenal.
Just like the Kit Kat, I'll eat the top off the Twix.
And it's the peanut butter Twix is like peanut butter Snickers trash. Peanut butter Twix, not bad.
So I think
So the variations are good. The normal, regular, good old fashioned Twix, really good. If I walk into a gas station and I'm like, I want a candy bar, if they are out of Twix normal, I will look at something
You
else.
get a Twix different.
But if they've got Twix, I'm getting a Twix.
I feel like I gave caramel a bad rap earlier. I think I just don't like it by itself. That's why I don't like the Caramellos. And because
I gotta eat it like caramel.
yes, I mean
That's good. That's
I don't
good
get
stuff.
down with that.
It's just chocolate and caramel.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Simple.
I'm in the camp of like some people, like you go to like Thanksgiving and they're like, oh, hey, Aunt, whatever, what did you bring for a dessert? Like, well, I brought pineapple, honeydew, strawberry medley. Like, that is not dessert, that is fruit. If it don't have chocolate, peanut butter, caramel, marshmallow, that's pretty much it.
I like the fruit. I like the fruit with marshmallows in it.
Cream cheese.
Like the bananas and like
No.
grapes
Right,
and
but
the
that ain't-
marshmallow.
Yeah,
that ain't
that's
dessert.
That's a solid
It's
dessert.
got like
dessert.
other stuff though.
That's a solid,
Dessert has
healthy dessert.
That's
chocolate,
like before
peanut
dessert.
butter.
You eat that like to
Right, that's the last
remind
thing
your
you eat
stomach
at
that
your
you're
normal-
getting dessert next.
That's the last thing you eat on your normal plate, and then you hit the pie up.
Yeah, then you throw that plate away and you get a fresh one, so you don't contaminate
Right,
your
exactly.
pie with gravy.
Regardless, Reese, obviously we have the right answer at number 1.
Oh yeah, we do.
We got Yo peanut
Mars
butter
bar.
cups.
Oh, what? No, peanut butter
Right,
cups.
obviously. Reese's peanut butter cups at number 1.
Yes, my cups, my lovely lady cups.
Check it out.
Reese, let's go through the checklist. Chocolate,
Yep,
peanut butter,
that's it.
cup shaped.
Yeah.
3/4 of it sticking to the wrapper. All right, perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat that wrapper too.
Oh,
unlike
100%.
unlike the Swiss roll cardboard,
you-
Right,
I
you're
will
eating that paper.
sacrifice. Right.
No, you lick it like a
gonna eat the
pudding
wax
top.
paper?
You just
Listen,
right.
with
what-
your teeth. You
what you
like
do-
scrape it off with your
What
teeth.
you do in your personal time.
Don said he's eating that wax paper.
So I don't eat the wax paper, but I'll put it in between
with
your teeth and pull it
right?
out.
Yeah, like I said.
Also, what I like to do, put them in the freezer for just a little bit before you eat them, so that it doesn't stick to it. And then we used to try and cut out the middle of it,
So that was like
and then stick your tongue through it.
growing up for us. The big the commercials for Reese's were always there was like the Australian one. It's like this is how Australians eat Reese cups, and he bites it and boomerangs it to himself and comes back and eats it. And like one of my favorite things to do when I was younger was to try and eat all the peanut butter out of it without breaking the cup, like the
Yeah,
chocolate
you
cup
like
around.
get the circle out of the middle,
Yeah.
and then you like put it.
Literally just tongue the shit out of it.
Yeah.
This might be why you guys are Reese is skinnier than me, or slightly smaller than me. You guys like went through effort to take longer to eat yours, and I'm just like, nom, 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 nom.
But
Well,
then,
hold on, hold on.
nine
What's
times out
your-
of 10, it breaks, and then you're just like, well,
Well,
shit.
what's okay? So if you are eating Reese cups, Keiquan excluded because he hates them.
Oh.
I think he said he just wasn't.
I used to love peanut butter. I used to love Reese cups. It's just
If
my
you
taste changed.
if you
I'm
could pick
done.
one thing to drink with a Reese cup, what is it?
One thing to drink with a Reese's
Yeah, you're
cup?
like, oh, I have a king size Reese in front of me, 4 cups, and I need something to wash it down. What is it?
Mountain Dew.
Yes. Oh my God, that's what I was gonna say.
I was like, it's not milk.
No,
Right, I
feel
I feel like you want me to say
no.
milk.
I feel like most
And
people would be like milk, and I'm like, no,
No,
give me
Mountain
Mountain
Dew.
Dew.
Right.
I just want I want it.
I was thinking that was like, I'm going to get made fun of for just being like extra fat when I say Mountain Dew.
Like,
No, you
Right,
monster.
somebody's gonna be
Everyone
like-
drinks a nice water with a lemon twist in
Yeah.
it when they eat their
I
Reese's.
love Mountain Dew, but that is like literally the last thing I would expect anybody to say.
Don's hesitant to be like, are they going to make fun of me for using Mountain Dew as a mouthwash?
And like we said, like the eggs, the
Oh,
Easter
Reese's.
eggs
Yeah.
are better than the regular cups. I mean,
I agree.
Reese's cups are still the best candy bar, and they're not even the best version of themselves that they can be.
This isn't even my final form.
Right.
So hold on.
Peanut
if you
butter
had to-
chocolate Oreos, the best Oreos there are because it's just Reese's in cookie form.
So if you had to rank them out of
Giggity.
a
Eggs,
The-
pumpkins, trees.
see, I go pumpkins, eggs, trees. No,
Eggs, pumpkin, trees.
eggs
I
are
would
last.
go-
I'm
I would-
sorry. I go pumpkins, trees, egg.
I would go egg, tree, pumpkin.
We're all different.
I think that the tree.
It's okay in our own way.
Yeah. And if I'm going to go and get somebody
And I still
a
have that number
candy,
two.
if I go and get somebody
give me
a
my
candy
5.
bar, if I go and get somebody a candy bar, they're getting either a Snickers or a Reese's. And if they bitch about either one, I'm eating them both. Like if you can't eat a Snickers or a Reese's, you're not getting a candy bar that I just spent 98 cents. It's 2020, $1.50 buying you.
$1.39. So, the reaction show, I feel like is gonna be fun. Maybe not for Keiquan or me, but we generally have the same conversation of how do you have not my number one, and I get yelled at. But it'll be nice to have somebody. I mean, no, there'll still be some for me.
Somebody not named Zach just get berated.
No, but still send him your hate texts.
Right.
At Zach C. Wright with an H. The H stands for hate. At Zach C. Wright, send your hate tweets to Zach. Want to thank Reece and Keiquan for joining us this week.
Hey.
Glad to have you guys here. Missed you. And we'll hook up with you sometime down the road as well.
Thanks.
Don, thanks for joining us again.
I'm so ready for this reaction show.
You can find us on Twitter at Rankum Podcast, YouTube, Facebook as well. And we'll catch you next time on the Rankum Podcast.